Part of what we are trying to do here at ISS is challenge a lot of the standard assumptions, concepts, and practices that currently exist in the firearms industry. Because a lot of the things that we do traditionally, ultimately, don't do people any favors. For example, things like telling a new shooter to pick the gun they're most comfortable with, or find a technique that works for them, especially for a fundamental skill that may have to be performed under stress, don't really help the student, and may even contribute to creating long-term limitations in their skill level. But there are a couple of behaviors that I want to focus on here that relate specifically to how we interact with the people that we're mentoring or teaching. So first, and this is something that's very common when dealing with females, is the concept of, oh, you're a woman, and that's too much gun for you. Now, to be sure, physical size and physical strength matter, and men tend to be bigger and stronger than women are. However, part of the whole practical value of firearms is that they're equalizers. You don't necessarily need to be big and strong to use one effectively. So, while there are definitely situations where people, both men and women, are not physically capable of using some firearms because of, say, for example, hand size, strength, an injury, a disability, etc., when we're talking about modern handguns, that's really pretty rare. Yet, the industry often defaults to telling women right off the bat that they, for example, can't handle a .45 caliber handgun, which, quite frankly, just isn't true. So when we do things like this, and we treat women as if they aren't capable of handling a weapon, we convince a lot of people that they can't do something that they're perfectly capable of doing and doing very well. So another thing that we do, and this is specifically aimed at guys who are teaching or mentoring women, is that we see them struggling a little bit with something like locking back the slide or loading a magazine, and we jump right in and we want to do it for them. Now, this might seem chivalrous, but it's not. It actually contributes in a lot of cases to convincing them that they can't do things that they're perfectly capable of doing, and it severely limits their skill development. Another common behavior that we do as an industry is we see somebody struggling with something and we proceed to stop them from trying it, and we start talking. Now, I'm not saying not to provide verbal feedback, and I'm not saying not to correct the way somebody is performing a skill or a technique. But remember the concept: you cannot talk somebody into proficiency. So, as we talk about our instructional method, and as you apply it to mentoring or teaching people in your own life, try to keep these traditional behaviors in the industry in mind and avoid them. I promise you, they're not going to help you.